Hello, everyone. I'm Steve,
I'm Scott.
and together we're Backyard Musings. We're broadcasting from Apple Valley, California, and we are science and technology. We talk about science and technology issues and breakthroughs. We are not experts. We pass along the information. We comment about it.
Yeah.
So if you want to tell us that we're dumb and we don't know what we're talking about, it's the authors that don't know what they're talking about.
Well, we don't either.
I mean,
we don't either.
There's some stuff that we vet, but other stuff is above our heads, like the rocket science stuff.
Exactly, but it's good. A lot of this stuff is good stuff, and if it comes to fruition, it's going to help mankind, right? That's
Scientists pressing the threshold,
Yeah, just pushing on. Somebody's got to do it.
Speaking of threshold, we had one of our listeners said, "Hey, you guys should look into neutrino generators," and so I started looking into it, and I was like, "Wow, if this can get off the ground, this could really be something cool for energy." All right, so let's start it out. The International Energy Agency predicts that solar power will outpace all other forms of energy by 2040. But solar energy's inevitable downfall is that it can't work when the sun isn't shining. True statement, right?
Yeah. At night you're on the grid, right? Unless you got a power wall or backup.
Batteries.
Right.
Enter neutrino energy and its power cubes, which enable to harness the power of cosmic radiation or neutrinos, even in total darkness. Would you like to know more?
Ground was broken in the field of neutrino power in 2015 when two independent scientists, Taaki Kajita in Japan and Canadian Arthur McDonald,
Japanese man, technology.
Yeah, and proved that neutrinos, tiny rays of cosmic particles that permeate almost everything in the universe, did in fact have mass, and as Einstein's relativity theory goes, E equals mc squared, or everything with mass also contains energy.
Yeah.
For their discovery, the two scientists were each bestowed the prestigious Nobel Prize in Physics.
Yeah. Okay, the next step, and one that neutrino energy has embarked on, was to develop what was previously thought to be impossible, harnessing that energy for power generation. In principle, harvesting neutrinos as an energy source is similar to that of traditional photovoltaic solar cells. Neutrinos are not captured. Instead, a portion of their kinetic energy is taken and converted into electricity.
Almost sounds like a cereal.
Yeah.
Get your bowl of neutrino. The neutrino power cell is made of layers of silicon and carbon, which are applied to a metallic substrate with surgical precision so that when neutrinos hit them, it results in a resonance. Neutrino energy discovered how to build such a cell that could convert the optimal level of resonance and into resonating frequency on an electrical conductor.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, a conductor, and then capture this energy.
That is just crazy. That's cool.
Yeah. A crucial advantage is that the process requires no sunlight. For 24 hours a day and 365 days a year, neutrino power cubes can transform portions of energy into power anywhere in the world.
So that means you can own neutrino energy and I can own neutrino energy? It's for free? Like milk and honey?
Well,
the land of milk and honey?
Let's hope so. And, I can tell Edison to go pound sand.
So, I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
I'd buy that for $1. Okay, here's a quote. Most important to understand is that with this technology, you can compare it with the solar cell, and you can have a little solar cell in any electrical device. And the same, of course, you can have a little neutrino cell directly implanted into any electrical device, says Neutrino Energy CEO Holger Thorsten Schubart. The advantage is when you have a little PVC cell inside without any light, it does not work. When you have a neutrino cell inside, it will work.
Cool.
Yeah.
Scientists at Neutrino Energy's Berlin branch are working on the first technical devices that will be powered by neutrinos. The first step, according to the company, is developing a mobile phone that can be charged directly using neutrino radiation.
Small.
Yeah.
Right.
And without the need to connect the device to anything. The company aims to go further, presenting neutrino energy as a way to power electric vehicles and finally entire households. The power cubes have the potential to provide heating and electricity to consumers without relying on traditional sources of energy.
Is this mind blowing?
So could you use this in space?
Yeah.
Could you use this on a planet?
Because they're going everywhere. They're permeating everything.
This is going to revolutionize, because right now our grid, well, we're going to talk about it. So anyway.
Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Yeah. You could go anywhere and have power.
Yeah. And I like that. First starting out with cell phone, little device, a little, cell phone device, and making that work. And then baby steps moving up.
Yeah. Television maybe, or
boombox, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Refrigerators next.
Yeah, and you can have it in the house. Yeah, you can have it in the house. You can have it out in the yard. Whatever, in your pocket. It's that radiation is still coming. Okay, one of the key challenges to implementing Neutrino Energy's power cubes will be overhauling the current system of energy generation and transmission. That's significant, right? I mean, that is significant. Which was designed to supply high-capacity electricity across large areas. Our current grid, quote, is a system that was established 150 years ago. When the century of neutrinos starts, we will also change the system. It does not need such strong energy because the electrical devices of today need less and less energy. It makes much more sense to convert this energy directly where the electricity is needed.
Yeah.
That's thinking outside of the box. That's flipping it on top of its head.
Right.
Schubert explains. He continues, we have calculated the cost to be less than 50% of solar, and it's much cheaper than the energy we're using at the moment.
I love it. Yeah. The new technology may help for future generations meet their energy needs without requiring inefficient infrastructure competition for scarce natural resources and environmental burden, which requires immediate action to stop it from becoming a climate catastrophe. It is absolutely better for the environment because it removes all the bad things that happen when you burn fossil fuels, such as negative effects on climate change. He adds.
Okay, if you're concerned about that, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay. It is not just consumers, but also energy producers that will reap the benefits of lower energy consumption, according to Schubert. Quote, any energy producers will be happy when the system is changed and replaced by, I don't think they're going to be, SoCal Edison's not going to be happy. PG&E is not going to be happy.
And you know what? I could care less. So, sorry.
So he says
maybe it'd make them drop their prices a little bit to be a little bit more competitive.
So when he says energy producers, that could be us. We're producing energy for our cell phone or whatever. Okay, right. We'll be happy when the system is changed and replaced by a low voltage system of 12, 24, 48 volt DC instead of 110 AC,
240, 480,
yeah, 600,
600. Yeah. It goes on.
Yeah, which are totally sufficient for nearly any kind of electrical equipment. It's much easier for them, and it's much better to have this kind of management over energy, he says. Around 100 years ago, we had all these industrial machines that needed very strong electricity. Maybe 220 volt is good for that, but electrical devices have developed a lot in the last 20 to 30 years, and we still use the old system. Neutrino energy is the power of the future.
I agree. So years ago, I've lived in this valley a long time. And out in this area, there used to be nothing. There was no power. There was no water. There's no sewer.
We still don't have Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm talking about in the area where you live. So if somebody wanted to build out here, if you bought 5 acres or 10 acres or whatever, and you wanted to build out here, you had to pay for power and water and sewer. Well, not necessarily sewer because they let you put in septic.
We're on septic.
The power and water, if you wanted that, you had to pay that from the nearest hookup.
Yeah.
That could be thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Not to mention... we'll get to it when we can. Edison or Southwest Gas or, whoever was the utility involved. And, I get it. They're busy, and they're concentrating on areas, but this would definitely alleviate that, right?
Oh, yeah. It's revolutionized.
Yeah. So you could build anywhere you wanted. You wouldn't have to worry about the power companies
coming
and running their wires or running underground.
Maybe fiber optic. You still have fiber optic, but that's not electrical grid,
right? Or you could get a satellite dish, right? Maybe by then they'll have a little bit better system for that, and so that's going to open up a lot of things for people to be able to get so-called off the grid, right?
Yeah,
and maybe have solar backup.
I'd like to see Musk take this on. This Elon, if you're Mr. Musk, if you're listening. This might be worth checking out. Neutrino energy.
Yeah. or maybe one of your kids.
You know how he revolutionizes stuff, SpaceX, and Starlink, and
he's got
buildable homes.
He's got the thought process for something like this. So
all right, thanks for that suggestion, guys, and keep the suggestions coming. I mean, this is fascinating stuff, cutting edge technology.
We're on the neutrino bandwagon. Okay, take care.
All right, we'll keep you updated. Oh my God, where's this? There it is.